Hi, Ashley. How you doing? I've got your work up here. I'm sorry. I got your email a couple of days ago, and I should have let you know it was going to take me a couple of days to do this because I just been pretty buried with my classes. But I'm absolutely more than glad to take a look at this for you. Now, let's take a look at the cover. Now, I think that this signification of mountain, I think it's good. The other side coming down from the sky, I'm not quite understanding that. I get mountain, I'm not getting the pointed coming from a top though. So I think that, and as we go through the publication, I think that a lot of these are getting to the point where I think they're really interfering with the communicative value of the piece. That being said, let me explain the reason why I say that is because as we look through the work, we can see that each of these design diamond design motifs that you're using is really kind of like an Argyle pattern, but it's just overtaking every page. And I think it's overtaking every page to the point where that's where the viewer looks. Okay, what's going on with this on this page? Okay, here's the triangles on this page. Okay, and then let's go to this page. You see what I'm saying? So I think the viewer is starting to develop more of a relationship with the patterns and the triangles than they are with the actual information. And I think that's really easy to see because they're so oversized and they're definitely number one in hierarchy position on each of your pages. So I'm going to suggest that you go ahead and remove a few of those. Okay, let's take a look. I mean, I don't think you need... Okay, let's go to the first page. I don't think you need all this. Okay, maybe a couple down in the corner. Maybe 3 triangles coming up to indicate mountains. But the rest you don't need. Let's go on to the next page. Over here, the same thing. You don't need them. Maybe 3 mountains. That's it. And likewise, and that is what I'm going to say going through and the only other thing I'm seeing, I mean, the presentation itself is clean, it makes a lot of sense, and it's well done. But there's just too many competing elements on each page. For example, let's take a look at this page. This is your pictograms page, where this is one of the most important pages of the presentation because you're showing how you're going to represent each of these events using a pictogram. So what we have on this page is we have the first thing the viewer looks at is this whole kind of composition over here without looking at the pictograms though. You see what I'm saying? So the pictograms are really receding into this page and they're losing their sense of importance based on the fact that they're receding in the page. And the reason they're receding is because you have them basically tucked in behind this white, behind these triangles, behind the white, this whole white page where you have the background, then over the background, but in a diamond within a stripe. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels of communication before you even see the pictograms. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so I would simplify that page considerably. I would go ahead and keep them on the diamonds, but get rid of the background, just show them on white, get rid of the stripes, get rid of the color background. And that's pretty much what I have as far as if you want to, I'll be glad to look at this again if you want to. The only other comment I have is that see these headlines right here? You should definitely take a chance and print this page out and just take a look how big that's going to be. That's going to be enormous. And you want to pick a size, a type size, and keep it consistent throughout the presentation. In other words, don't change the size of your headline to accommodate the page or the opening that's available for the headline. Do you see what I'm saying? Like for instance, this symbols is much bigger than Project Mission. Why? The only reason I can see is because you've got more space to hold the word symbols. So you've just automatically increase the size. I think that's a mistake. I think you pick a type size, something, I think that's even too big. Pick a type size and stick with it. Stick with that presentation throughout every one of these headlines. Okay? And make sure it's just, these are really, really large. Okay? Now, that's what I have here. So if you have any questions at all, or if you want to adjust this, I realize you want to go into your final portfolio. The informative work itself is wonderful. The presentation is wonderful. The execution is wonderful. Again, well, this page right here, your merchandise page, the merchandise is the last thing that the viewer looks at on this page because it's buried. Okay, you got this gorgeous merchandise bag. Gorgeous. But it's the last thing we look at. These t-shirts are presented beautifully, as are the tickets, but we can't see them because they're buried too deep in the page. Okay, hope that makes sense. Let me know. Okay, and I'll be glad. Oh, you know what? I just noticed something else. I just noticed one more thing. Okay, yes, it looks like you've got, you've got left aligned on your left side pages and right aligned on your right side pages. Again, I think that's an inconsistency that needs to be addressed. I would go left aligned throughout the presentation. See what I'm saying? There's no reason you don't have to right align that just because it's on the right page. Consistency. Stay consistent, okay? All right, awesome job. Thank you very much, and let me know if I can do more. Thank you.